Okay, we've spoken to the protagonists. Now I'm standing outside this regal setting with the motor of the August 2nd show, Bill Call of Duty, Shyam Batra. How are you doing today, sir?
Fine, thank you. You?
I'm better than good. But I believe this is your first foray into the world of boxing promotion.
It is, yeah. It is.
Like most of these old stagers, like Mark Prince on my left and George Hilliard on my right, will tell you what kind of a sort of fraught with skullduggery the world of professional boxing is. So as natural kind of captives of this scene, we're going to ask you what possessed you to get involved in the first place.
Well, I'm very familiar with the boxing world. I've been around it for a very, very long time. This is the first time I'm actually promoting a fight. I'm managing George Hilliard at the moment and working with Mark Prince, and I love them both. I think they've got great prospects, and I'm very pleased to have August the 2nd for our first showdown in York Hall, which is a place of boxing anyway.
What was your background in, sports-wise or otherwise, Sean?
Well, I obviously was around when Lennox Lewis first made it all the way. I know Frank Maloney very well, and a lot of the boxing fraternity. I also know Naz Hamid. I followed the sport for many, many years, and I've always been around it, in it, helping, trying, whatever, in terms of advice and whatever I could do. But this is the first time I'm actually doing a promotion, and I'm looking forward to do many more.
The thing that matters is the fights and putting on great stars and good fights, competitive fights where possible, although I heard Mark Prince talking earlier, he doesn't see his fight being too competitive. We can't blame him for that. But what of the situation that exists whereby we're talking about two really decent fighters here, a former world title challenger Mark Prince, who for whatever reason were denied licences by the normal sanctioning authority on UK soil, the British Boxing Board of Control. Do you have a viewpoint on the situation that has led to the Malta sanctioning your first promotion?
Firstly, I think it's disgusting for someone like Mark Prince to have been in the industry some 20 plus years and to be pushed aside by a British concern, whilst he is a British person here in this country, has been through a hell of a lot through the loss of his son, as well as still keeping ahead of the sport. I think it's very unprofessional of anybody to do such a thing. However, the Maltese Boxing Commission has given both these two fighters the ability to succeed. It doesn't really matter what sanctioning body it really is, but what does matter is that someone stands behind them, and I'm willing to do that, and I'm pretty certain the Maltese Boxing Commission will stand by me for doing so.
And do you feel the York Hall is the grassroots home of British boxing?
Yes.
Do you feel there is a different crowd and a different demographic that might attend some of these shows, or do you think it's just the same old grassroots boxing fans and supporters of the fighters?
Well, our undercard is quite wide and varied. These two have their own followings. I think the undercard is the first time. It's always nice for the supporters to come and see how the undercard works, how the up-and-coming stars are coming on board. But Mark has his own following, George has his own following, and they're both returning into the ring. You know, I'm just looking forward to helping them in the future and seeing many more shows coming along. Hopefully after this show's a success, we may have another one planned. And York Hall, as you said, is probably the best ground to start from, because it's the home of boxing in Britain.
Do you feel it's a special building, Mark?
It's very special to me personally. I don't know how other people feel about it. Firstly, I do agree. I think it is a home of boxing. But personally, for me, I've got history there. That's the place that I first won my major title. I knocked out the number one in this country as an amateur in that building. Yeah. That was the first building I looked at, and my heart was beating. I thought, wow, I'm going to get in this building and fight when I was an amateur, and it was exciting as well as scary all at the same time. You know, I made my name. Everybody in boxing knew about me after I beat Monty Wright from Repton Boxing Club. I sparked him in the second round, and I was given no chance of winning. I won the London finals, knocked out Chris Oko there. He turned out to be,
knocked him out?
Yeah, in the second round. Great, tell him I said hi, we're good mates, I love the guy. You know, so every time I go back to the York Hall, it's a place of comfort to me and good memories. So I love the York Hall.
What does the building mean to you, Georgie?
Alright, I can't put it into words, to be honest with you. It's the same as Mark.
What he said.
It's the home of boxing, and it's a chance for me after my upset last time to get things back on track and show people that I'm back. You know, so as I said before, no more talking. Just I'm going to get on with it. Let my fist do the talking now.
Sean, on behalf of the boxing fraternity, we welcome you into the home of boxing on August the 1st. I eagerly look forward to being involved on the night, and I wait to see your progress in the future. Thank you.